Climb down? That's gonna be, it's gonna be hard. Maybe not. Let's try that.
You! I know you. It is you! By God and the devil!
Who the hell is this guy?
They sent you back to punish me. I told them we must repent for what we did to you. To all of them.
Is this
For
James?
sins cast me into the lake of fire.
He's not noticing all of that smoke? Don't... Yeah, my dear brother.
My dear brother, only 2 days have passed since you left our priory. Much has happened in these 2 days. Many desperate men, women, and children have found refuge here.
It's all because of you. Francis is responsible? Nah, the wheels were already in motion.
The Earl of Shiring was arrested. His castle taken by my bishop's allies. The people that we shelter were driven from that castle. Francis, I know this was not your fault, but I, myself, cannot but feel responsible for their fate.
I mean, if you feel responsible, then Francis should be.
A couple has come to seek shelter at our priory. Remigius tells me the woman is a witch. Even if that is not true, they seem to live in sin.
I will let them stay.
Remigius said to expel them for their act against God, but I decided against it. They might speak their vows as soon as opportunity is offered.
Might as well.
Milius and Cuthbert have taken it upon themselves to feed the baby. They called it Jonathan, the gift of God. Johnny Eightpence was right. He loves goat milk. A gift of God. And yet someone gave up on him. I will not give up on him, or on anyone else. Not on us either, brother. Even if the hope for my own redemption is as small and frail as Jonathan is.
End letter. Well, we don't have any other choices.
I pray that this letter finds you in good health.
You can hear the
Consideration
fire
of
now.
my own, I ask that you not talk about our parents again. One must let these things rest. I've made my peace and won't hear any more of it.
What happened to his parents?
I heard from you that only 3 in Earl Robert's employ can read. One of them is my brother. Your brother, Philip.
You cannot hear the fire? We're not gonna look at the window immediately. Let's look at everything beside the window. What is the smell? Candle? Yeah, that's a big ass candle. A holy candle too.
No, no, no! Get out of there!
What? What is that?
My God. Save yourselves! The saint! We must save the saint! Fire! The whole roof is in flames!
My God!
Don't go in there! Adolphus! The saint! We must save him! No! No! Don't go!
Oh! What the hell did you do, Jack? Son of a...
While the monks and refugees cleaned up, I kept hidden. I hadn't expected that a magnificent building like this could so utterly collapse. That the ignorant little boy that I had been could so easily turn it back into a pile of dirty stones. I knew then that I had done something wrong, and no one could ever find out.
Prior Philip, I had the site cleared. It should be safe now.
Good work. Thank you, Master Builder. This concludes a very long night, then.
Many people left already. They asked me to thank you for your kindness. They're sorry for what happened.
Well, they should thank God for his mercy. No one got hurt, no one died. 45 monks and 11 novices, all accounted for. No one's missing.
No one?
Milius and Cuthbert even saved our saint from the crypt.
Do you know what caused this?
Was the devil's work. It's God punishment. Someone set fire to the roof.
Someone set fire to the roof.
Do you suspect anyone?
No. The church was empty when we locked the doors.
Oh, no one got hurt. The books were saved. Even the bones of your saint were unharmed. Maybe this happened for a reason.
What do you mean?
Here. Let me show you something.
What now? A very interesting question. Well, I guess I'm gonna assume that Tom's gonna get whatever he wanted, which is, you know, work on building the cathedral, probably his own cathedral even. Alright, the child was not hurt. But he seems thoughtful. He's been through a lot. The builder. He was a great help tonight. He and everyone else. A staff. A staff? How could that help? It's nothing more than a walking cane. Ruins. It's gone. All gone. How arrogant I was. I wanted to make everything better. You made everything worse. But I made it worse. This was me. This was all me. Who am I to judge Prior James? I ruined all that he aimed to preserve. So I'm gonna assume that the old man was actually Prior James. Philip, you fool. He didn't dare to ask God for forgiveness. He lost the way. Oh God, hear me now. I'm ready to hear you. You do thunder with your voice something. Did you strike us down? Or was it us? Again, us. Send me a sign, God. You have my attention. It was blind and I want to see again. Show me. What do you want me to do? What can I do to make things right? I see only destruction. rubble, smoke and ashes. Where the great cathedral stood. It's gone. All gone. Very interesting.
To be as innocent as a child.
Not so innocent, though.
I was blind and I want to see. To be as... I was blind. Where are the answers? Where are the answers? I doubt scripture tells of this staff. I doubt scripture.
Alright. We can interact with the kid.
I want you to look through the loop on top. I want you to look
through the loop on top.
Tell me, what do you see?
I guess the dawn.
I see... dawn.
Right. Prior, I am deeply sorry about what happened to your church, but you must remain steadfast.
And stare at the sunrise?
No, you're only seeing the sunrise because you're facing east, straight east, like a church. Now, I know you have no money, and that helping people is more important, but we could start right here. Take the stones we've got, and the people who want to help.
So, what is it I am looking at, Tom Builder?
It's the aisle of your new cathedral.
I see it. I see now.
Well, chapter 5, The Man and the Flames. Well, we finished with this chapter, viewers. What you did, you were in favor of taking the refugees in. You agreed to bury Arnaldus after his death. And he didn't die. Because a few of the monks know that Tom and Ellen are unmarried. Uh-oh. Wonder if that... Whoops. Although Philip learned the truth about Ellen, she is allowed to stay. You burned the cathedral for Ellen. You inspired Philip to rebuild Kingsbridge Cathedral. That's not a castle, that's a cathedral. Alright, are we gonna start building? Oh, wonder what's gonna happen to both Ellen and Tom, then. Winchester!
A few weeks later, I received an invitation from Bishop Waleran.
Uh-oh. That's a nice
Winchester,
town.
We and Waleran's allies were to meet King Stephen himself.
Whoa.
The bishop seemed assured that because we had helped the king, Stephen would support us in return. And that with his help, we would be able to rebuild Kingsbridge Cathedral.
Winchester Courtyard.
Percy Hanley.
Bishop Waleran. Good morning.
Huh.
Ali! It's them! Over there! The Hamleys!
Again, thank you for your assistance in Kingsbridge, my son.
We have to thank you. Without you, we wouldn't be here today. Right, Mother?
Of course. Well, don't just stand there. Walk out with me, but very calmly. We can't let them see us.
Oh, children, pardon me.
Huh. Very
Now
interesting.
we're only missing one more.
Here he is.
Good morning.
Bishop Henry, this is my prior.
Philip of Gwynedd, Prior of Kingsbridge, my Lord Bishop.
You won't have to say much today, Philip.
Leave the talking to us.
No, leave the talking to me. King Stephen is my brother, after all. Let us make haste. My brother is an early riser.
Chapter 6. The Hamleys. The bad people?
We must make
Stephen,
haste.
King of the English, Winchester Castle.
I want to go hunting in the New Forest. England is full of game. No comparison to Normandy. This country's still wild.
This is Waleran Bygod, the Bishop of Kingsbridge.
Waleran, I remember you. We've met before.
And Percy Hamley.
My king.
He brought Bartholomew to justice. And it's not the first time he's helped me. He has Norman blood in him. We should hunt together someday.
Indeed, sire.
Bartholomew, on the other hand, will not leave the jail alive.
Damn.
Percy Hamley did not do it without help, my lord. It was I who told him of the plot against you.
And now you come to be rewarded as well. I see.
Damn.
My brother, the Cathedral of Kingsbridge has burnt down. Waleran asks for a reward, not for himself. He asks for our church.
I take it your church cannot afford to rebuild that cathedral, Henry. Neither can the crown.
Wow.
I, or rather Bishop Waleran, had an idea. You could give the Earl of Shiring's lands to the Bishop of Kingsbridge to finance the rebuilding of the cathedral.
I like the idea. But Percy and his men were the ones who took Owl's Castle, not Bishop Waleran. Right, Percy?
Yes, my king.
He knows the area, and he will be a loyal Earl, will you not?
Of course, my king.
You ought to give thanks to God first. God made you king.
Don't go on like that, Henry. Don't do that. You know what happens when you do that. It was a long way to this throne. A long way.
Yes, my brother.
Now I will hunt.
My Lord King, I thank you for being willing to reconsider the future of the Shiring earldom.
When shall we hear your decision?
Tomorrow.
Guess we're gonna have to
Bring my
convince
bow.
him.
Tell the men we hunt.
Well, so much for the king's support.
Waleran and I have much to discuss.
All right. But what can I do to help?
Well, my brother asked me to get a confession from the traitor Bartholomew. A confession would be helpful against those who believe Bartholomew's arrest was unjust, and it may help us to convince my brother to forget all about his promise to Percy Hamley.
Bishop Henry said that confession from Bartholomew may help us. It, gotta be honest with you, viewers, it actually makes sense. If he doesn't, reward the Hamleys, it's they're gonna be, since they do have forces, they do have knights and forces and power. He doesn't want them to revolt in a crucial situation, like how it happened with what was the name of the place? Earl's Castle or something like that. Like what happened there. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense that he would be rewarding him rather than us. We don't have any power. We don't have any power at all. Alrighty, everyone. So, I guess we're gonna have to get some info out of Bartholomew. By the way, viewers, I recently learned that, you know, the book not only got a game, it actually got some sort of a TV show. And I've managed to watch the first episode of it. Not sure that I'm gonna continue watching all of it though, because I gotta be honest, this is something that might actually sound strange and odd, but I actually think that that the game definitely had a better start. There are a few differences, especially with the fact that they're emphasizing on the situation of the kingdom rather than the characters. Here in this game, they definitely emphasize, give more focus to the characters rather than the situation. There are a few changes, especially with the fact that Francis didn't actually grab Jonathan. It was like someone else. It was someone else entirely. And Ellen actually met Tom's wife before she died. So these were a few things that happened in the TV show. Not sure if they actually if they were faithful to the book, though. I really have no idea. But I gotta be honest, I think the game was definitely showcases the book much better. Well, I'm not gonna say showcases the book much better, but I think the game definitely did a better job than the movie of actually making me attached to the characters. That's for sure. For in the TV show, they were kind of meh, generic, really. Nothing interesting about them. Nothing that actually grabs you. But in this one, I think it's definitely much better. They definitely did a much better job than the TV show, in my opinion. Alright, let's go ahead and continue on. Get a confession from the Earl. A grand castle fit for a king. Francis said castles are like warships. Ships for when the floods of conflict set? Conflict rise. Oh. Bishop Waleran and Bishop Henry, and I don't think the Waleran wasn't a bishop in the TV show for some reason. He was just like a sub priory or something like that, which was strange. So when he there was a like, of course, a section in the first episode, and that all of that happened in the first episode. By the way, I didn't even finish the first episode. I didn't even finish watching the first episode. I actually kind of got bored at some point, but it is strange that Waleran wasn't a bishop. They definitely focus much more on Stefan. Definitely showcased him as someone that might actually did the deed. Not to mention that showcased that the king was poisoned, and he was he was willing to sleep with his own daughter to to make her pregnant. So he can have an heir, which is kind of fucked up, but that's something that definitely happened sometime in Europe's history. That's for sure. Not only in Europe, but actually in old Egypt as well. They hardly ever look at me. Maybe they feel as lost here as I do. Court respects power, not faith. Well, he thinks that these guys are, do have their intents. We haven't, definitely the game definitely didn't show Bishop Henry at all, which is weird. Another group of nobles. How they all talk. Francis says at court words. Francis says at court words are weapon. That's true. Wish Francis was here. How they all talk. Yeah, and Francis was absent all the time. Like in this game, Francis was supposed to be the one that grabbed Jonathan to the priory, but not on the TV show. TV show was grabbed by one of the outlaws that were hunting down Tom and his family. Yeah, someone was hunting them down, and that boar that we saw, it wasn't even a boar in the TV show. The TV show, it was just a pig, but in the game, it was a boar. And that boar was actually with the builder's family, believe it or not. So yeah, I definitely like the game better than the TV show, at least at the start of it. Even though there were a lot of notable actors that you'd think that would make the show good or interesting. Were they loyal to the old king? Are they loyal to the new king? Do they have a choice? That's actually a good question. Do they have a choice? Group of knights. So many colors. Knights from all over England. And Normandy for sure. That's the castle gate. Winchester is a strange place. So many people. Hope I find my way back to the guest house. We might actually have to get inside the keep, since I would assume this is where they keep Bartholomew. Let's talk to the bishops.
Philip.
What is it?
About Bartholomew's confession.
About Bartholomew's confession.
Maybe you can get him to confess.
I do not believe my prior can do more than you could, Henry.
Perhaps he knows he will die, no matter what he says.
Please excuse me.
Of course.
Maybe he's just like, he's gonna need some sort of a priest? You know, as they usually do. When someone is about to die, they send him a priest or something?
Percy Hamley will have the earldom of Shiring.
But would he make a good
Eldred.
Who cares? Stephen wanted the throne for 20 years. Now that he has it, he must be loyal to those who are loyal to him.
Who knows? Maybe Percy will make a good Earl.
From what I've heard, Lady Hamley pulls the strings.
Oh. That was definitely something that they showcased in the TV show as well. It's William's mother that's a little bit persistent and a little bit pushy.
They think Stephen will make Percy Hamley Earl of Shiring. They think Stephen will make Percy...
Damn, that would be interesting. That would make our decision will make them, or our actions of actually convincing the king would make them extremely angry.
From what I heard, this is about the cathedral in Kingsbridge. It burned down.
Yes.
Then the king should help in some manner, but not by giving away English land to the church.
Did you not say Bishop Henry was the richest man in England?
Holy!
Then why is he not paying for the cathedral?
God has very tight purse strings, it seems.
Is that the case? These bishops should be leading the life of pious. Well, I guess not.
They don't believe Waylaran's plan will be successful.
Damn, this guy is the richest man in England? Holy hell! Alright, well, I guess we can check the knights.
Bartholomew and his followers would have only been the first wave. Robert of Gloucester remains, and he will attack.
And that's what you keep telling us. Maybe because the king likes to hear that you share his worries about Robert of Gloucester.
Robert of Gloucester wants to see his sister on the throne. He will attack. And the Welsh will fight on his side. You mark my words.
Well, I think Robert is the bastard son, right? So he's gonna fight for his sister. And it was supposed that his sister actually gave birth to a child, and it's not actually the king's child. So it's not like an incest child. No, it's she actually got married to someone. I forgot who, and she has a child. But a lot of them, like, surrounding Maud agrees that she's the rightful to be a queen.
They think Robert of Gloucester might attack.
Yeah, all of that is really, really interesting, in my opinion.
They seem as if they look forward to a fight. I will pray for them. Would they even care if they knew how and why Francis and I saved their king?
Damn, you still think that you're the one that's putting things in motion?
Would they even care if they knew how and why Francis and I saved their king?
Yeah, Philip definitely shows some naivete.
These men live rich lives. I hope they at least give alms. These men live rich...
Most likely not.
And what you have heard from me in the presence of many witnesses entrust to faithful men who will be able to teach others also. And what you have heard from me in the presence of many witnesses entrust to faithful men who will be able to teach others also.
I don't think these guys are gonna teach anyone anything.
I wonder how much of a Christian Stephen really is.
That is really strange, especially in the older days as well. Can we actually get out? I don't think so.
No, I won't just leave. I must do something to help our priory. I must do something to help.
Yeah, I guess we cannot leave. We can go to the far side of the yard, though. Can we?
Until then, they won't allow a simple monk like me into the keep. Tomorrow. Tomorrow.
So how the hell are we gonna get inside? Should I discuss Bartholomew's the situation with the other?
Henry said Bartholomew is in the jail. Where was that again? Bishop Henry said Bishop Henry said...
Oh, no.
Please excuse me.
He's probably gonna be on the other side of this keep. Oh yeah, that's her.
How could you let her get away? That little bitch.
Wow.
I will find her, Mother.
She was here? Why?
To see her father, of course. But that won't help her. She has already made a fool of you once. Don't let it happen again.
No, Mother.
Yeah, that's the witch lady, the controlling lady. Lord and Lady Hamley. The jailer. Sporting a vile expression. Likely helpful in his line of work. Not welcoming to others, though. That's William Hamley. We met before. Ah, and I remember the scene in the show where where William and Aliena was supposed to meet, and he wanted to make an advance on her, and she grabbed like a stick and started hitting him, and he was running away, and everyone was laughing at him. She said something, you'd better off with a dog without teeth. Otherwise, yeah, if you want someone to to live with you or something like that. It was funny though. I gotta give it to the show. He was with Bishop Walleran, the Hamley's son. It's the Lord and the Lady, the Hamleys. They defeated Bartholomew. Francis believes that is a good thing. Oh, God damn it, Francis. Want us to actually he allowed it to be you know, to be the same as these guys. Can we go to the... Alright. Nothing interesting there, though. Gonna talk to the jailer later. We cannot talk to this idiot. We can't talk to these.
It's about time you showed up.
Huh? Regan Hamley? We have not been formally introduced.
You are a fool.
Uh-oh.
Is that formal enough for you, monk? You don't understand any of this, do you? It's as if you've never set a single foot outside your little priory. Unbelievable.
Wow, she's a bitch. You better call me father. I'm not gonna answer.
How you let yourself be used by those two greedy bishops, I'll never know. Walleran wants the lands of the earldom for himself. Henry knows that.
And you wanted
Say
to...
something. You don't believe me, do you, monk?
Accuse her of the same thing, yeah.
You are only worrying about your husband's land.
Well, of course I am, and you should be too. If Walleran wins, we both lose. I know you don't trust me, but your bishops are no different from me. You are at a crossroads. It is your choice.
Do you have a way to prove any of this?
Ride with my son, William. Just a few hours. I will prove to you that Walleran will betray you.
All right. I will ride with your son, if only to prove you wrong.
Very well. Maybe you're not a fool, after all. But do not let the bishops see you. William?
What?
Ride with Father Philip. Do as I said.
I want to go to the Bartholomew and finish with him first.
William Hamley declined to tell me where we were heading. He enjoyed keeping me in the dark and forcing me to follow his lead. Sometimes he sped ahead on his warhorse, and it took me some effort to catch up. But sooner or later he would stop and wait, sneering as I rejoined him.
Well, I guess really didn't have a choice. I thought we were gonna have to deal with Bartholomew first before anything else. I guess not.
On one occasion, he stood there urinating against a rock. When I caught up with him, he turned without covering himself. He found my shock at his shameful behavior comical. He laughed, got back into the saddle, spurred his horse, and rode off. Again, I followed, hoping this journey had not been another horrible mistake.
It probably is, Philip, it probably is. Alright, I guess we're gonna have to continue, here. Catching up with William.
Near a bridge, I found William with a group of washerwomen. He was shouting at them. When I arrived, I could only hear their replies. They said that they had not seen a girl or a boy fitting his description. A younger, blonde woman said that even if she had seen the girl, she would not tell him. Apparently, she had heard of William Hamley.
Well, that's proof enough then. That we shouldn't be trustworthy of the Hamleys.
William grabbed the startled-looking woman by the arm. He shoved his right hand under her skirt. She started crying. The other women asked William to stop, but were afraid to anger him. William turned and grinned when he saw me approaching.
Can I get back? I told William to get on his horse. I rode on and said nothing. I'm definitely gonna stop him.
When he heard my words, William's grin faded. He pushed the young woman away. The other women looked at me.
She didn't look young.
Way.
Well, maybe she's
They
just
must
like
ask
me.
themselves why a monk would ride with such a man as William. We rode off, and William stared at me full of spite. I told him I pitied him. I did not tell him why, because I had no words for it. We did not talk after that. Not for a long time.
Making a stop at Haystead. Or Haystead?
William talked to more strangers along the way. First, I believed he was asking for directions. Then I realized that money was changing hands. William was paying these people for information. I was glad that for now he had lost interest in hurting others. Then I saw an old woman pointing William to a bearded man on a horse.
Huh. I wonder who that guy is.
William called the man a horse thief. Then he grinned and signaled the puzzled man to get on his horse and ride with him. They rode faster and faster, and I could not hear what more they talked about.
Okay. Keep a distance? Get closer, of course.
William bluntly threatened to have the man hanged for stealing a horse of his, and then ordered him to hunt down the real thieves in exchange for his life. The man laughed as if he had made a great bargain. William even paid him. Before the man rode off north, William mentioned a name. Aliena. And I prayed that whatever William's plan was, that it would fail. Then William waved at me to ride faster. I reckoned we had to be close to where Lady Hamley wanted us to go. Not long after, my stomach turned as I realized just where exactly we were bound.
Where are we heading? At the Bishop's Palace? Already been here. The Palace of Bishop Waller and Bigot.
Just a moment.
What?
You know very well that Bishop Waleran is in Winchester now. So what are we doing here?
No idea. Mother never tells me anything. She treats me and Father like damn children. It's a wonder Father ever got to fuck her in the first place.
Wow.
But here I am, and I'm starving. Damn, I'm starving.
Where are you going?
In there.
No.
I'm sure the bishop would want to see me well fed. We won't be staying long, so whatever it is you gotta do, do it fast.
How can I help you?
How about you step aside?
Son of a bitch. Why did Regan Hamley send us here? What is Whaler's secret? I didn't sign up for this shit! I really didn't! Looks wild and nervous. It is bleeding where William spurred it. What did William call that man, a horse thief? Just get the hell out of here. She's getting old. Was it St. John? Hopefully many travels together ahead of us. I think that's kind of repeated dialogue. Wasn't St. John even before me? Should stay away from the palace. No one can catch me spying around here. The bishop would be more than displeased. A simple wooden gate. Trees around here were all cut down. Why are the trees all gone? I don't think I'm allowed to get out. Oh, I can get out, I guess. Shapes in the fog. There's something. Fog is too thick.
Whoever is righteous has regard for the life of his beast.
No, not William.
Nothing is covered up that will not be revealed, or hidden that will not be known. The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid?
We kind of see the shapes now.
What is that?